John is the captain of the football team. He keeps reminding himself that he's a good player and if time comes, he can score the final goal to win the game. But his team and the coach don't trust him to make the final shot. Therefore, John feels lack of self-confidence. And because the team doesn't believe in him, when he has an opportunity to hit the game-winning shot, he misses it. It's time to shed the idea that even if you do feel you have self-confidence, your actions may not reflect it. But the good news is self-confidence is not something you're born with. You can change your mindset as well as your actions that demonstrate the very self-confidence you've been lacking. But first, we've got to identify those everyday actions that actually show lack of self-confidence in ourselves. Let's quickly understand what those daily actions are. Keep watching, guys. Number 5, you lack assertiveness. A lot of people have this problem that they struggle with voicing their needs, whether it's breaking off a relationship that's no longer working or asking for a well-deserved promotion or setting healthy boundaries with others. Even though it's in our best interest to do those things, yet we hold ourselves back. Here's the catch, guys. You're the only one who needs to look after those needs, and they're just as important as anyone else's needs. For example, your mum wants you to come over to her house so you can help her sort through items she wants to sell, but you had planned to spend the weekend relaxing, taking a soothing bath, and just lounging around because you've had a rough week at work. Now, people who lack assertiveness, it's pretty difficult for them to say no to such a request, and they end up prioritizing someone else's needs over their own. Now, in this scenario, it's not that you don't want to help your mother, but an assertive person will say, I understand you need help and I'd like to help you, but today I need to take care of myself and I can help you next weekend. Will that be okay? You need to remember, guys, being assertive goes hand in hand with self-confidence, and you're worthy and deserving of your time more than anyone else. Number 4, you always feel a need to explain for your decisions. One of my clients bought his dream house, but he didn't tell his friends about that for fear that they would judge him and call him irresponsible. But he was gearing up to explain his choice to them in case they asked. Now, if you think, are you nuts? Who cares what anyone thinks about your house? Then you can skip to the next point, because this one is for explainers. Explainers are always waiting for permission and people to approve their choices. Perhaps those explanations are an honest attempt to connect with the other person, but often they're a result of lack of self-confidence and desire for people to like us. Number 3, you have a habit of giving excuses for your mistakes. Do you ever catch yourself making excuses immediately after something that didn't go your way? Say you're having lunch with your friends and a glass of water fell on the table because of your mistake. People will immediately start to give reasons to explain. Oh, the glass was just at the edge of the table. Oh, I'm so tired today, that's why I wasn't concentrating. Guys, confident people don't give reasons for their actions. If you dropped the glass or made a mistake, then it doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change anything. It's your right to make mistakes, and because you're a human, and you don't have to find excuses for doing them. Number 2, you pretend to be busy on the phone even when you're not. Has it ever happened to you that you went to a social event alone and instead of enjoying the event and talking to people, you take out your smartphone and just toggle screens? We do that not because we're really connected more to the technology, but just to appear busy, and something important is also going on in our lives. This is purely out of lack of self-confidence, and the point here is not to be anti-technology when you're at a gathering, but turning to your screen even when there's nothing that you really have to do on the phone is something you need to watch out for, because it's putting a serious dent on your confidence. Number 1, and this is my favorite one, you can't handle genuine compliments. A couple of years ago, I remember my wife told me that I don't respond to compliments with thank you. Instead, I used to say words like, well, not really, yeah, I know. A study suggested that most people wouldn't make the compliment if they didn't mean it. People give a compliment because they want us to feel good, but when we knock it back, it does 2 not so good things. One, if someone tells you that your dress looks great and you don't graciously accept that compliment and say something like, nah, it's really old, I've had it for ages, you're putting yourself down, and that's lack of self-confidence. And 2, it's irritating for the other person who's trying to make you feel good. So the next time someone praises anything about you, show a little gratitude. A simple thank you is almost always appropriate. This is it for today, guys. Want to share more examples of self-confidence? Why not do that in the comment section below? If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit the like, thumbs up button. If you're watching my videos for the first time, then please subscribe to my channel. Thanks everybody for your time.